This is our brand new home, a 57-foot narrowboat we called Morning Star. We're Paul and Anthony, and this is Dexter. Our new home allows us to explore the beautiful canals of this country, enjoying the countryside and the nature. We love our new home, and so does our dog Dexter. Thanks for watching, and welcome to Narrowboat Life Unlocked.
You just totally missed the farce.
Yeah,
Trying to sort the camera out.
It's not sorted yet, is it? We spent about half an hour sitting on different parts of the boat.
There's no way.
Anthony wanted to sit on the sofa, and yeah, it's very relaxed sat on the sofa, but the lighting's horrific, isn't it?
Speak for yourself.
Pause. Let me move this across a little bit. How's that?
Yeah.
Oh, that's miles better. Right, hello.
Hi.
Well, you're feeling much better, aren't you?
Pretty much totally recovered now. Yeah. Took a little while, didn't it?
Yeah.
Even after the rash had gone, it was like just so painful and I felt dead run down. But yeah, feel great now, thank you. Thanks for everyone's comments and asking how I was.
If you don't know what we're talking about, you had shingles a few weeks ago, didn't you?
Yeah.
When we first arrived at G-Cross.
Yeah.
More or less.
Yeah.
It was weird because we'd done all those locks going through Manchester and the Ashton flight, and you said you were feeling sore and painful around your waist.
I actually thought I'd got a hernia, didn't I?
Alright, or muscle soreness.
Yeah.
So, and then the rash appeared and you went to hospital that same day and got medication for it.
Yeah.
So it's all alright now. And you're normally quite good. You've got a strong immune system, haven't you?
Yeah, I usually don't get anything, or if I do, I only have it for a few days, even like colds and stuff.
Yeah, and man flu.
Yeah, so it totally knocked me for six, to be honest.
You'd very rarely take time off work, but you had to take time off work for that.
Yeah, I just couldn't go in, I couldn't walk.
And you were scanning
Pregnant women. Yeah, so it's totally not the right thing
it was
to do.
a bit of a risk. So, are we still enjoying living on a narrowboat?
Yep, absolutely loving it.
Really loving it.
Yeah, it just every day feels like a holiday.
It does. That's a scary thing though, you don't want to go back to work. I've done a couple of magic shows. I think I've commented on that on the previous vlog. So it was really nice to have some shows. Really weird walking down the towpath in my shirt and tie and people wondering what I was doing in a shirt and tie and smart shirt, shoes and trousers walking down the towpath.
I think people thought you were off to court.
Yeah, it did look like that actually. But yeah, I've really enjoyed doing those shows. We've met some really lovely people, haven't we? So I think we should mention first of all, a big thank you to my brother Mark and his wife Jo for looking after us. Yeah. They made us a meal and brought it down to the boat.
It was really nice.
They took some of our rubbish away for us.
Yeah.
What else? Yeah. Oh yeah, and they had some parcels delivered to their house, so big thank you to them.
They've been really good.
Yeah. I also want to thank Matt and John, but Matt especially had the day off work and came and gave us a lift weeks ago from Pennington Flash, was it? Oh no, we were at Boothstown and he came to meet us at Boothstown. We had a coffee and then he gave us a lift all the way back to Gathurst. That seems months ago now.
It does. It seems ages ago.
So people have asked about the car hopping and has it been stressful?
So, to be honest, I quite liked. So I've walked back, haven't I? We took it in turns really, but I quite like the walk back. And I have invested in a bike. The bike I did invest in, although I measured it, it's just way too big for the boat. It's an absolutely stunning bike. Really nice, isn't it? I was a bit upset that it wouldn't fit on the boat. So
So it did fold down small enough, so we checked all the measurements. But it's the actual width when it's folded, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's just rather than. What's the other bike that you're going to order?
A Brompton.
We know friends who've got one of those and they fold up really small and actually fit under the dinette. Yeah. But with this, it's like the width of it is that big and it's really bulky and really, really heavy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I just don't think it wouldn't fit anywhere on the boat, to be honest, would it?
No.
You have to keep it outside and it's too valuable to keep outside.
But that's the idea, is that we'll use the bike to go back for the car. And then bring the car back to near where the boat is. So it's definitely manageable. To be honest, while it's nice weather, it's not an issue, is it? It's when it gets a bit sort of, the weather turns a bit, then we want a different way of like retrieving the car, I guess.
Yeah, so I'm enjoying the exercise because we've been, well, especially me, you probably have as well, haven't you? We've been eating lots of cakes and biscuits and crisps over the winter. It's been quite easy to do that. You sort of feel like you're hibernating, so it's been good to get that extra exercise when we've been on the boat all day, to run back or walk back for the car.
Yeah, definitely.
And we look out for somewhere. So, for example, in G Cross, there was a footbridge just not far from the boat, and we'd spoken to a couple who were walking over the bridge, and they told us we could actually see the car park, and it was quite safe to leave the car there at night, wasn't it?
Yeah. I guess that's, so all our moorings are based on whether we can find somewhere to put the car that's quite close.
Yeah.
So it's more restrictive if we didn't have a car, but there's absolutely nowhere to be able to get to work, especially when sometimes it can take 45 minutes. There's just no way I could do without a car at the moment.
I think the other person that we need to mention is Glenn. So we did the Marple flight a couple of weeks ago, and we bumped into Glenn on his boat.
Sacre bleu.
Yeah, Sacre bleu. Stunning boat. He's had his boat for about a year.
It's a big staff as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
So we sort of recognised straight away, and he was looking out, and he sort of saw us, and we got chatting, and then we started to do the locks, and he just appeared. He did offer, didn't he? He said, I think we'll be all right, and then he just appeared, and it was absolute godsend, because to be honest, where we wanted to moor, which was in Marple Junction, by the time we filled it with water, it was really dark.
Yeah.
So much so that we had like a really narrow gap getting to the water point, and I had to reverse in the dark with Paul shining a torch.
Yeah, we've obviously got a light at the front of the boat,
but not
pitch
obviously
black,
not the back. So it's not ideal. It's really not something we would advocate, but I think time just got the better of us, even though we had that extra help.
Yeah, and it took a lot longer than we thought, so we had planned quite well on this one. So a couple of things really. We asked Alexa to set the alarm for about 8 o'clock in the morning, or even early. I think it was 7:30.
Didn't go off, did she?
And it didn't go off, and we woke up about 9 o'clock, 9:30. So by the time we got ready and set off, got the pram covers down, it was quite late. And I think the canal planner said it would take 2 or 3 hours, but it was more like 4 or 5, wasn't it? To be fair, we did chat to Glenn for about 30 minutes at the side of his boat.
And the locks were great because there was they were really easy. There was no anti-vandal devices on them, which made it so much quicker.
Yeah, it was a dream really to operate, wasn't it?
They were single locks, so easy to fill, quite quick to fill and empty.
Yeah.
So I'm not quite sure why there was such a discrepancy with time, but yeah, it did get the better of us, didn't it?
Yeah. But yeah, as Anthony said, the locks were really easy to operate. They were really well maintained. A lot of them were freshly painted. I got paint on my hands. There was a wet paint sign, but it was about 4 locks further on.
I think the next day there was restrictions, wasn't there, with like timed access, but we just missed it because we'd done it the day before.
But yeah, really brilliant. It's just a shame that all the locks can't be that operate that way really without the anti-vandal locks, and you can understand why, but yeah, it was so much nicer. But yeah, still hard
they were
work.
Just really well maintained as well, weren't they?
And thanks to Glenn, because it would have took us twice as long, I think.
Thank you.
And his lovely dog, so yeah, big thank you to them. And Glenn was very kind as well and gave us a lift back to the car, so he really went out of his way that day, didn't he?
Yeah.
So thank you,
Penny.
Glenn.
I've just remembered that.
Oh yeah, the dog Penny.
Hi Penny.
Yeah. Cockapoo?
Yeah.
Or Jackapoo?
Cockapoo.
Yeah, beautiful dog.
Yeah.
And Dexter and Penny got on fine. Dexter enjoyed the day, but yeah, he was exhausted by the end of it, wasn't he?
Yeah, bless him. It was quite a long day, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Beautifully done. This is more or less the start of our journey, just 10 or 15 minutes after leaving Haughton Dale Nature Reserve, which is near G Cross in Hyde. We've got 8 bridges to go through and 2 tunnels, and those 2 tunnels are Woodley Tunnel, which is 167 yards long, and the Hyde Bank Tunnel, which is 308 yards long.
Good afternoon.
You're right.
Well, thanks for all your lovely comments about last week's vlog. We really enjoyed Manchester, didn't we?
Yeah, it's my home city as well, so it's really nice to see it from a different perspective, because I've never seen it from the canals before.
Yeah, and Castlefield, we've only ever been at night time for a meal. Well, I have. I've never been in the daytime. And it was amazing, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was breathtaking sailing around the corner and then seeing all the skyscrapers.
So we've been at Haughton Dale Nature Reserve just outside for 13 days. Completely coincidental that we moored up because it looked like a nice spot after the trouble the night before, and then I set off. I knew my brother and his wife, so Mark and Joe, lived very close. Plane going past.
How low is it?
Yeah, it's a rare sound now, isn't it? We're not that far from Manchester Airport. It's quite a good study here. Keeps nudging me with until I'm in the way. Yeah, it was just completely coincidental that my brother and his wife lived a 5-minute walk from the place we moored up at. So that was really nice. They came over to say hello and had a coffee, and they made us a meal one night, which was really nice, wasn't it? It was nice to see them. We knew that they lived near the canal, but I've only ever visited at night time, so we didn't know how close they were to the Peak Forest Canal. So yeah, that was a bonus. And we've managed with water for the 13 days. You're a lot close to work, aren't you?
Yeah, only 20 minutes, which is, well, 20-25 minutes, which is just brilliant.
Yeah, not far from the motorway. Sorry, watching these ducks struggle to get through the net. They've made it. I'm easily distracted, you probably know by now. You know, don't you?
Yeah.
It was funny and complete coincidence that the foxes went through the Rochdale 9 and Castlefield just a few days after us, and we knew we were in that area. They got in touch and recognised that we were on the Ashton Canal, and yeah, the vlog was very enjoyable, very informative as well.
Hiya.
Oh, thank you. So
they actually did the opposite direction, so we were going up, they were coming down. I do think they missed out with Castlefield though, because it was like my favourite to moor there, be in the city and immersed in the city.
Yeah.
It was a brilliant experience.
I can imagine it's not the quietest place though at night, especially when all the bars are open.
Yeah, I think we were quite lucky, weren't we, because it hadn't actually opened up at that point.
Yeah.
But I slept really well. I felt really safe the whole time.
Yeah, I slept well. I think it was quiet in the night time, but it was funny because I sat down to do a voiceover for our vlog, and I heard all this booming music, and we opened the duck hatch and there was a young couple sat on the bench right outside the boat, just listening to their music. But they apologised and moved on, and we just laughed about it. That was quite funny. So yeah, we have managed with the water that we've got for 13 days, and we've still got about that much left in the tank. So I think 2 weeks, we're really impressed, aren't we? Really pleased. So we're heading up to Marple, through the 16 locks to Marple Junction, so we can get rid of all our rubbish, fill the boat with water and refill with fuel. Oh, I hope you enjoyed the journey.
This is the entrance to the Woodley Tunnel, and as I said earlier, it's 167 yards long. It was nice to see a holiday boat out. This was a day hire boat, and they were very lucky with the weather.
Alright.
It's a good day for it.
Lucky, aren't you? Yeah. Alright.
You can see the entrance to this tunnel is really narrow. In fact, we found all the bridges and the tunnels to be really narrow.
You okay, my side?
We popped on our navigation lights and just took our time. I don't think Dexter liked the fact that it suddenly went dark because he went down into the main cabin of the boat. It's amazing how much the temperature drops as well in these tunnels. It was really chilly. We bumped into this jogger when we first set off from Haughton Dale Nature Reserve, and he'd jogged all the way up to Marple. He told us we had about 3 miles to go. It was so good to be on the move again, and we can't believe how amazing the weather was. These are the kind of days we were really looking forward to when we got our narrowboat. Does anybody else watch Below Deck? Well, at this point Anthony acted like Ben, the chef, and he went down to make some lunch and some flatbread. And I took to the helm. I'm glad it's not just me that burns things, because Anthony started the smoke alarm going and Dexter hates it.
Come on, lad. What I'm doing? What I'm doing?
And this is the approach to Hyde Bank Tunnel. It's 308 yards long. Had to remove my camera and tripod at this point, otherwise it would have hit the roof of the tunnel. Absolutely love the old brickwork on these tunnels. As we emerged from Hyde Bank Tunnel, the scenery was absolutely stunning. It was like entering another world, especially as it was so warm and sunny. We were so busy chatting to the lady on the boat at the front here that we didn't notice Sacre Bleu, which is another Bickerstaff boat owned by Glenn. And it was so nice to bump into him and have a chat and a catch up.
Oh yeah, I was watching that. I think the geese are winning. Oh,
Hi guys.
hello.
Vlogs.
Can you stop? Yeah. Oh, it's big because I'm really close this side.
Well, it was time to set off again, and we went through this bridge and the old entrance to the Rose Hill Tunnel. This tunnel is now being opened up, as you can see, and it's just 100 yards long.
Oh, this is the opened up tunnel, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, your rope's just scraping at the back, look.
Okay, I'm going to move it across now. That's just that little bit that jutted out. Is that clear?
Yeah, perfect.
You can see just how narrow this is, and it was very difficult to get through without scraping the sides of the boat, even though we had our thin rope fenders at the side. Well, we're going to end today's journey here because this is taking a lot longer than we thought, and next week we'll continue on through the 16 locks at Marple all the way up to Marple Junction.
So we left Marple, we set the alarm quite early, and we headed up towards just past New Mills, so we passed the Swizzles factory.
Yeah, before we got there were 3 swing bridges to do as well.
Yeah, so there was no locks, which was good.
Yeah, then we got to the ABC Marina at New Mills, and Susie really looked after us. She was lovely,
she was
wasn't she?
really nice.
Yeah.
In fact, we've been there again, haven't we? And
Yeah.
done a bit of laundry and stuff.
They said we could do our laundry there, and yeah, we filled up with fuel
and water.
and water.
And coal and logs.
Yeah, and we had our breakfast on the go sort of thing.
Yeah, it was a bit on the fly, wasn't it?
Yeah. And then we arrived here and we met some really lovely people. There were a couple of ladies who were high school friends and then lost touch.
Yeah, so how did they re-meet? Was it?
Yeah, it was a school reunion.
School reunion. Neither of them have been to any of them. It's the first one both of them have attended, and they were good friends at school. And it was
50 years,
50 years
not
later.
seen each other, and now they're like best buddies and go walking everywhere together.
So that was dead nice to meet them.
Yeah, and then along came Dave.
Yeah.
What a character. Dave was great. He said, I watched you on the vlog this morning, and he's chatting away, and he said, my wife won't believe that I've met you, and can I have my picture taken with you? And we're like, I feel a bit starstruck, he said. I think he was having a zone.
Yeah, I think he'd had a few too many Stellas at the pub down the road.
But he had a Brompton bike, and he was showing you how small that folded.
It was really good. And then he came back the next day with his wife.
Yeah, Hayley.
Hayley
Was great. Oh, and he brought us a bottle of wine and some sweets from the Swizzle factory.
Yeah, anyone who brings me a bottle of wine is a friend for life. But they were a really lovely couple, to be fair.
Yeah, we really enjoyed chatting to them.
It was like we'd known them for years, and we chatted for a few hours, didn't we?
Yeah. And then from this area is stunning, isn't it?
I really don't want to leave, to be honest, but we do have to leave because we've got another week, and then we have to move to comply with the continual cruising rules.
But we've had it's been the day we left to come here, it was absolutely gorgeous, and we're just between Furnace Vale and New Mills, and we put the covers down and we had a drink and some lunch on the boat, and it's just stunning weather. You felt like you were on holiday really then, didn't you? Felt like you were abroad. And so there's a valley at the side of us, and there's a nature reserve where I've walked Dexter and done some drone photography. I just really enjoyed the area. In fact, I think if we didn't have a boat, I wouldn't mind living up here.
Yeah, I think we've said that, haven't we? If we didn't live in a boat, it'd be definitely an area we'd consider living.
Yeah. Our subscriber numbers jumped up quite a lot. We'd be so chuffed if we get to 10,000. It'd be brilliant. Some of the comments we've had this week have been really nice, haven't you, about the vlog that we did at Haughton Dale Nature Reserve.
Our comments are generally quite nice every week.
Yeah.
And I know I keep saying this, but we keep saying the same names, and it's really nice, like, to see familiar names coming up, because we actually feel like we're starting to get to know the people that make the comments.
Someone was asking if we were going to Crick.
Yeah, we really wanted to go a few years ago before we got the boat, and then we went away, didn't we? Didn't we go abroad?
2 years ago we went away, and then obviously there was COVID last year.
Yeah.
And this year it's been delayed to August, so we could go.
I guess it depends on whether I can get the time off work. But yeah.
So, I was discussing on last week's vlog about the sleeping. Do you feel like...
So, I've never really slept properly from being a child. I've always had real problems sleeping. I think I just don't feel like my mind ever shuts down. It's constantly going, and your snoring definitely doesn't help.
No, I think I might have to set the dinette up and sleep on the dinette. Might be the best option.
I might just get you a dinghy and take it to the back.
Yeah. And talking of child, you saw our comment last week that somebody thought I was Anthony's dad.
That really made my weekend. Thank you. I can't remember the guy who said it, but it made my weekend.
It didn't make my weekend. Thanks. Although we've had a good laugh about it, haven't we?
I think I'm just preserved with red wine.
Yeah, I think he is. It's
Maybe.
pickled.
Oh, beautiful. So this, a friend of ours introduced us to this. It's Apothic Red. Really, really nice. Paul gets a banging head with it.
Yeah, I had one glass last night and I feel like I've got a hangover today. I'm not drinking that again.
It's your age.
Dad. I can't believe I should have said that, should I? I mean, get lost, Anthony. So, we discussed also doing the vlog every other week 'cause it is so time consuming. If we can, we'd like to do the vlog every week.
We'll have to see how it goes. I know that you're getting... It's the editing, isn't it, really? The vlog, not so much, but it's the editing bit.
I love the filming and I love the editing when it works, but I just seem really unlucky. I'm doing everything that I'm supposed to do and then a file will vanish or the sequence will vanish and it takes me 2 hours to get that sequence back when I did all the work the day before. So, yeah.
And that you find it's impacting on being able to do your own artwork as well.
Yeah.
But we'll see how it goes anyway. As long as we'll try and get it done weekly for as long as we can, I guess. And when it gets too much, we'll definitely let people know that that's what we're doing. Cause
I think it's impacting on our work-life balance as well, because if I spend 4 days doing the vlog, it doesn't give us time. So Anthony often sits here on his own when he's got in from work and I'm working on the vlog till midnight. We're not really chat. Or I have to tell Anthony to be quiet while I do a voiceover.
I like sitting on my own.
Do you? That's not what you tell me.
No, I don't. It is a bit... I guess when I'm not working as many hours that I'm working, it won't be as much of an issue, but sometimes I feel like when I'm not in work that we should be doing stuff together.
Yeah. And also my art's suffering because I've got commissions to do, but I also want to do my own art, and I've mentioned doing Christmas cards and maybe a calendar, but I'm just not getting the time to do that, and I want to practice new techniques.
I think you just need to get your finger out and stop procrastinating.
I do. And also, can I just point out, people, if they ever meet us, will think we're the same height. I'm kneeling down on the sofa, you're stood up.
I'm stood up, so I'm only 5'4", Paul's 6 foot.
But this looks better on camera, doesn't it, than if I was up here. Oh, that's what I was going to say. When I was at Haughton Dale Nature Reserve, it was a really lovely day, and Anthony was in work. Dexter and myself spent an hour going for a walk along the river, and I sat down on a bench and listened to the bird song. It's just so relaxing, and I thought, I've not really done this since we got the boat. I know the weather's not been amazing most of the time, but I really do need to make time to relax and enjoy this lifestyle, because that's what we signed up for, wasn't it? Yeah.
And if you can't do it with the time you've got, then God help us all.
It's the magic shows. We have got another project on the go as well, which has been taking up most of my Mondays, and we're hoping that project will finish in a couple of weeks, and that will give us... Because you're off on Mondays, aren't you?
Yeah, so if we can have the Mondays together, where we're not doing anything apart from our own thing and trying to relax,
eating cake and drinking coffee,
then that'll be tons better.
Yeah, we can have a walk with Dexter, sit on a bench if we like, and maybe go to a cafe or something.
And my exams are sort of getting in the way as well, aren't they? So once they're over, I'm hoping that... Well, I know I'll have so much more free time, so I'll hopefully get into my baking again, and yeah, definitely.
So we want to say a big thank you to all of you for watching our channel.
Yeah, thank you.
Big thank you to our patrons. Sorry, I keep interrupting. A big thank you to our patrons, and thanks for all your lovely comments. Keep them coming. If you've not already subscribed, please do. It really does help our channel. And don't forget to like the video if you enjoyed it. So, thanks from us for watching.
Thank you very much.
Dexter's been very quiet tonight, hasn't he?
Yeah, bless him.
He's just snoring.
I think he's really tired.
Where is he?
Under the dinette.
Oh yeah, he's under the dinette. Snoring a little bit, but very quiet for Dexter. So thanks a lot for watching, and we'll see you very soon. Have a good week.
Take care. Bye.
Bye.